there, your fearless leader here, and I'm excited to introduce you to Triumph. Triumph is my new program, and it was developed to further mentor along my students on their business journey. You are probably interested in this course if you want to become a full-time Myo Slayer like yours truly, or if you want to build your own side hustle, okay? Now, Triumph is an extension of the Myo Mastery Program, and it includes 3 precisely planned out boot camps with 5 lessons in each one. So boot camp 1 is about time and mindset. Boot camp 2 is money and management. And boot camp 3 is marketing and message. There are over 9 hours of instruction in this program, and each of these 15 lessons comes with a downloadable workbook or some sort of tool that's going to benefit you. These lessons are meant to further introduce you to the world of business and to help you in areas that I struggled with or that I had to figure out on my own. I have a list this long of things that I had to figure out on my own after taking my myofunctional therapy training program, and then also as I ventured out into the world of entrepreneurship, which really is being a business owner. The other incredible thing that happens when you proceed into the Triumph program is that you also become a member of my pro coaching roster. Each month, you and I are going to sit down and work together to further move the needle on your business. In that 30-minute coaching program, you get to choose the topics because I'm there to help you, and I want to help you with the things that are important to you. Not everybody needs help in one area or in another. So when you make that appointment, you get to pick 3 topics. Sometimes we get to all 3, sometimes we don't. Now, the pro coaching is in addition to the mentorship that happens inside the Myofunctional Insiders Club. I always say I think this club is worth the price of admission because the people in this club are current students, they're past students. I've got some certified myofunctional therapists in there. I've got people who have taken other programs. I've got people who do myo only in an office setting or an employment setting. I've got lots of people who do it as a side hustle. And I'm happy to say I've got some full-time Myo Slayers like myself who have been able to walk away from their career or I should say their career path and take a pivot to do Myo full time. The nice thing about the Insiders Club is I nurture like crazy in there. Once a month I do a live Q&A. I do that on Zoom so that we get to sit around like girlfriends and have coffee and talk. I answer questions there. If something needs additional training on it, that's where I do it. If somebody has questions, I always want you to answer them or ask them in the Insiders Club so that I can answer them there. Because if you have that question, then probably 10 other people do as well. I have been known to just jump into the Insiders Club and do a Facebook Live, which catches some people off guard. But if I can't do justice to your question, then I just jump in and do a Facebook Live because I'm clearly better explaining that in person. And the other nice thing that I think is incredible about the Insiders Club is that you get more than just my opinion. I know what has worked for me. I teach what has worked for me. But it's not the only way. My take or my answer is not the end-all be-all, you guys. So I think that your fellow students or your comrades in the group are going to be so helpful for you. And they're wonderful. All of my students are not there, and some of them are not very active, but there's a large portion who are very wonderful, and they work as hard as I do to help make sure that everybody in the group has the information that they need. So when you are done in the Triumph program, you are going to have a good solid foundation and a direction to point your ship. From there, you will be able to focus on what I call just-in-time learning. And what I mean by that is when you're ready to take a deeper dive into a specific area, then you're going to get more skills in that area. So let me give you an example. Social media. Triumph introduces you to the world of social media. We talk about marketing and we talk about social media itself, but it's not going to make you an expert in Instagram marketing, for example, because number one, if you're watching this video, you're not ready for that yet, and it would just bamboozle you. And number two, you don't even know if that's a platform that's going to be beneficial in your business. I personally, most of my organic traffic comes from Facebook. So spending a ton of time and money at the beginning to learn something like Instagram marketing just did not make sense for my business. So I just want you to not be worried about being overwhelmed, because you're going to learn all of this stuff in due time, and then you determine what areas or competencies you want to dive further in. Marketing, like things like Facebook ads, Google ads, that kind of stuff, I did not need for years, and I only then tiptoed into it when I was ready. So that's why I call it just-in-time learning. There you have it, my friend. I have introduced you to Triumph, one of my most proud accomplishments. If you're ready to step it up in your business, I'd be happy to welcome you inside the program. I hope to see you on the inside.